Hey everyone, it's Ardith. Thanks for joining me today for my last Halloween card for 2018. I couldn't resist making one more card with this adorable cat stamp from the Ajillian Vance Design Happy Halloween set. I also used the Stitch Dot Rectangle die set. This stitching pattern is unique to Ajillian Vance Design, and it gives such a nice finished edge to your panels. I also used a die from the E Snowman set. He comes with a circle cutout that has stitching on the outside. This die turns the snowman's belly into a shaker, but it's also a great basic that can be used all year long. I used it to cut 3 circles from a panel of black cardstock. You can see the stitching around the outside edges of the holes. Such a great detail for giving a professional look. I grabbed a panel of white cardstock and some Catherine Pooler inks in orange, green, and purple. They're all available at the Ajillian Vance Design shop, and they're listed below. I blended circles onto the cardstock using sponge daubers and 2 shades for each color to add some dimension and interest. I checked often to be sure that my blended area was bigger than the circle die. I blended before cutting so that I wouldn't end up with hard blending edges on the circles, but now I realize that since I'm using my new Tim Holtz glass media mat, that's not supposed to happen, right? I completely forgot. I'll have to try that next time. Once I had all circles blended, I spritzed them with water for even more interest and some texture. Then I used my die cutting machine to cut them out with the same stitched circle die I used on the black panel. Next, I used some midnight ink to stamp the cat onto each colored circle. I stamped him off-center and sometimes off the edge so that each circle would be different. These bold colors really pop against the black background. Next, to add a sentiment, I grabbed my mini Misty and the trick-or-treat sentiment from Happy Halloween. I lined the stamp up on my panel and then I inked it with Wow embossing ink. I'm going to be honest here, sometimes I struggle with embossing with white on black cardstock. Even when I use my anti-static pouch, I end up with stray bits of white powder around the sentiment. I seem to have a particularly hard time on this card, so if you have any tips for me, I'd love to hear them. When I finished heating, I brushed off the excess anti-static powder with a dry brush. To finish the card, I adhered the black panel to a white card base and I laid the colorful circles into it. Very simple, but wow, those colors really pop. I hope you enjoyed this video. Supply lists are below and on Jillian's blog. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.